Hi, today I'm going to be discussing the Chrome extension app BeeLine Reader, which you can find right up here at the top, and the positive effects of using it in your classroom, particularly with your students who have ADHD. We know that students who have ADHD have a difficult time showing prolonged focus and attention on activities. And one major difficulty that I can see is when they're reading text, being able to focus on that and grasp relative information from it, especially if they're researching. So I typed in an European explorer, Marco Polo. They're doing some research on him. And I pulled up this website. And as you can see, right when we get to this website, we have a video at the top. We have some pictures, and the video starts right away, which can be a major distraction for students, 45 minutes long, that they can end up being lost in, as well as all of these ads and pictures that are right in the middle of the text that our students are supposed to read and gather information from. We also notice that the background here of the text is white with just basic black font. So now I'm going to apply the BeeLine Reader app and show what it can do. So if I click on BeeLine Reader up here at the top, a menu pops open, and immediately the website is changed. All of the extra pictures and ads are eliminated, and what's just left is the major content. And if you'll also notice, the font and the words change from just being basic black to having a varying color pattern and almost an ombre pattern to make it more efficient and easy for students and us to read. So one thing to note, when you are reading, we often read from left to right, and once we get to the end of a line, we have to make a sweeping motion back to read at the beginning of the next line. Often students sometimes miss the first two lines and start on the third, or miss the first two words and start on the third word, and get distracted or skip lines, and it's hard for them to focus and follow line by line. And so what BeeLine Reader does is it makes each line start with a different color, so it is easy to see and follow along where you are at. Other features of BeeLine Reader is that you can change the colors of the fonts that you're using. So if you don't particularly like this pattern, there's a blue and a purple. There's a dark and a gray that are more subtle, varying changes of color. I can also change it so it has a black background, if that's something that makes it easier for me to read. Or this one that has the black with the blue and the purple to make it easy to follow along. This now also takes the text and makes it more engaging for the students, that they're able to focus on this because there's just differences in the words and the text as they're reading along, and it pulls their attention. I can also go over to settings and select the open dyslexic font setting. This changes the basic font to this open dyslexic font, which is originally designed for students with dyslexia, but I find that it is just an easier font to follow along and read with. There's also a focus mode that will blur the edges and the outside as you're reading. That is in beta testing. But as you can see, there are some major benefits for using BeeLine Reader, and how this differs, as you can see, from some other apps that get rid of the ads and the extra pictures, just like readability, is that it does change the fonts. It changes the font colors to help pull your eyes from one side of the line to the other and sweep back and being able to follow which line that you're at, so that students are able to focus more on the content than following along as they're reading. So I hope you found this app helpful and that you're able to use it in your classroom as well.